All right, here we go. The ramping up of the threat of terrorism has commenced, preparing the United States for attack. Okay, look at this. Now, let's put together the dots here, guys. This is a CBS New York Channel 2 report. Schumer calls for do not ride list for Amtrak. Basically, what they're doing is they're putting a no-fly list together now with travel on rail, probably on bus and wherever else we're going to be going in our cars and checkpoints and all kinds of new stuff, I'm sure. But look what it says here. Senator Charles Schumer is calling for better rail security now that the raid on Osama bin Laden's compound has turned up. Plans to attack trains in the U.S. Oh, scary. Anyone, even a member of Al-Qaeda, could purchase a train ticket and board an Amtrak train without so much as a question asked, Schumer said. So that's why I'm calling for the creation of an Amtrak no-ride list. That would take the secure flight program and apply it to Amtrak trains. Schumer said Sunday that he will push for the creation of a do not ride list for Amtrak. That list would be similar to the no-fly list that keeps those suspects of terrorism from flying into and out of the United States. Now, I guess that might mean that if they can get on a train, they can walk into a mall or a supermarket or a sports stadium. So what are we going to do? They're putting these radiation units, the TSA, now slated for bus terminals, train terminals, going into schools, going into the malls. So you're going to have to get radiated wherever you go now. Either that or you're going to have to be molested by someone standing there at the door with the TSA badge on. And also they're also talking about these mobile DNA testers that they're going to be giving to the TSA. Go try looking that one up. Mobile DNA testers. Okay, well, listen to this next article. National Emergency Alert System to launch in New York City. This is an article from today. It just gets worse. New York, CBS News, national alert system is set to begin in New York City that will alert the public to emergencies via cell phones. It is called the Personal Localized Alert Network, or PLAN. Presidential and local emergency messages, as well as Amber Alerts, would appear on cell phones equipped with special chips and software. So now, by next year, supposedly they're going to be pushing this really quickly through, that all cell phones must have these chips embedded within them. Probably RFID chips that can be tracked by satellite. So wherever you go, they're going to know exactly where you're at. The Federal Communications and the Federal Emergency Management Agency said the system would also warn about terrorist attacks and natural disasters. Oh, goody. At least we'll be safe. All our freedoms will be gone, but at least we'll be safe. The lessons that were reinforced on 9/11 is the importance of getting clear and accurate information to the public during a crisis. New York City Mayor Bloomberg said at a news conference on Tuesday. Verizon and AT&T, the nation's largest cell phone carriers, are already on board. Consumers would be able to opt out of all but those presidential messages. See, they make it sound like you can opt out, but really you can't, because you have to have that chipped phone. It's got to be a phone that has these new chips in it. We believe this new alert system is a welcome addition to our arsenal of readiness. Okay, now look at this next article. This was at GLP I was just looking at today. Check this out. This is GLP Productions. Emergency Broadcast System 5 in the last 2 hours. Now this is a post from somebody that is very concerned. He says, have had my TV on for the last few hours, both watching and just listening in the background, and have had at least 5 emergency messages, broadcast system alerts, come on. First time it happened was in the middle of a triple overtime of Memphis, Oklahoma City baseball game. Great time, go figure. And then about 10 to 20 minutes later it happened, the same channel. Needless to say, I was pretty annoyed, so I changed the channel, and within the last 30 minutes I have had 3 more just on this one channel. I have definitely been noticing an increase in these messages throughout the past weeks, having them almost every day now, when I would used to only hear them once or even less a month. I know there have been quite a few threads on this topic recently. However, I have not read any one hearing so many so frequently in the last week or so. Has anyone else been experiencing the same thing? Now, he goes on to say down here, I want to read this extra one. He says here, this is the same guy. He says, yes, it's typical. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system, scrolling all across the screen, and then it gives a really annoying high-pitched screeches. I tried to change the channel the past few times, and it doesn't let you change the channel. You either have to sit there through it or turn your TV off. Can you believe that? And that's the way these alert systems are. They're on all the channels all at once. You can't do anything to get rid of it unless you want to turn your TV off. And this sounds to me like it's happening in Tennessee, where all this stuff has been going on we've been hearing lately, especially with the girl that called into the show the other day, with these strange poles that have been being erected all around Memphis. Very eerily similar and reminiscent of what took place right before Katrina. You can go back in some of my videos and see what I was talking about, that how her dad had been living in New Orleans when they started erecting these strange poles right before, weeks before the big hurricane. So anyway, what do you guys think? Comment below, let me know. God bless. Tonight, PropheticSeer.com, we'll be talking about all these things, live call-in show, live podcast, and we are starting a new Pal Talk chat forum network. God bless.